Mr. President of the Senate, I'm of the opinion that we hold this down a little bit, and I move a motion that we suspend forthwith this nomination and wait until when it is clear, so that it can really work in our environment and all Nigerians. I have perfectly done well because this paper has been put straight. That is my submission, Mr. President. I rest my case.
Welcome. Yeah. Sit down.
Distinguished colleagues, the point of order raised by Senator Darlington Ugocha is customized. But on the motion, there is no seconder.
As a reference, a gift. Gift. Is this?
This is a real video. Okay. But let's find out first. Senator, there's a motion on the ground. If you want, you can second it and amend it, whatever. So if there is no seconder, Leader of the Senate, the point of order has been noted. Now he also proceeded to move a motion, which has not been seconded. So, okay, Senator Abaribe, let me hear you.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise to second the motion, very ably moved by Senator Darlington Ugocha, that in view of Section 88B of the 1B of the Constitution, which mandates the National Assembly to go ahead and look into the conduct of affairs of any person, authority, or ministry. And where such a person refuses and deliberately stays away from letting the National Assembly do its work, and in view of the fact that this nominee rejected the summons of both the House of Representatives and the Senate, that I do support that this nominee should be stepped down pending when he decides that the National Assembly has that right to inquire into the workings of a minister and his ministry. I so second.
Distinguished colleagues, the motion has been moved and seconded. Those who are in support of the motion that the screening of the nominee be stepped down until further inquiries, say aye. Aye. Those who are against, say nay.
I think the legislature is doing their job right now. I am very well impressed with what the Senate is doing. Mr. Keyamo SAN cannot despise and disregard the legislature. And now he's back seeking for confirmation of the same legislature that he despised. And he refused their summons. He refused the summon of House of Reps in 2020. The same year he refused the summon of the Senate.
Distinguished colleagues.
And now he's back
Distinguished colleagues.
at the Senate seeking their confirmation. This must be a joke.
Distinguished colleagues. Speak from there, please. Distinguished colleagues. I will put the question again. Distinguished colleagues. Distinguished colleagues.
It's a rowdy session, but then I think it's worth it.
Point of order.
Let other appointees or nominees know, even before they assume office, that
Mr. President, point of
their
order.
actions as ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, under the Constitution, the 1999 Constitution as altered, mandates and gives the right, is a constitutional right of the Senate to inquire about their activities. So they owe that report to the legislature. The legislature is empowered by the Constitution to appropriate whatever fund they are spending. And I think it is the right of Nigerians for the legislature to exercise this right.
Distinguished colleagues.
It is our right to know, and the Senate is helping us to inquire into what happened to that money meant for Nigerians. I think Mr. Keyamo should answer at this stage.
I will put the question again.
Order, please. Distinguished senators, sit down, please. Order, please. Distinguished senator, take your seats, please.
Distinguished colleagues. Distinguished colleagues, the President of the Senate, sit down. The President of the Senate is on his feet. Refer to Order 62 of our rules, and I'll read for those who may not have gone through. Whenever the President of the Senate or the chairman rises during a debate, any senator then speaking or offering to speak shall immediately sit down, and the Senate or the committee shall be silent so that the President of the Senate or the chairman may be heard without any interruption. I am of the view that we are not the people that nominated the nominees that we have been screening. From the president, a lot of indices must have been taken into consideration. Under a Rowdy situation, we have not arrived at anything. But I've noticed that from the even here, some of you are prepared to stretch the rule to even asking for division. But we will not go that route. Leader of the Senate, lead us right.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, and very, very distinguished senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I at this time move that we dissolve into an executive session to be able to iron out some issues. But before that, I guess my first motion should have been based on Order 8 sub 3 of our rules to move for an extension of time for this Senate to be able to sit beyond 2 p.m. This should have happened some 30 minutes ago, but for what was going on. So, sir, please take it that my first motion right now is a motion for extension of time based on Order 8 sub 3 of our rules to enable us clear the other items on the other paper. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise to second the motion that will extend our sitting time to beyond 2 o'clock to enable us to continue today's proceeding. As well second.
Okay. Distinguished colleagues, the motion to lead has been moved and seconded by the minority leader that this August Assembly do extend its sitting time beyond 2 p.m. Those who are in support of that motion say aye. Those who are against say nay. The ayes have it. Our sitting period is extended beyond 2 p.m. Minority leader. The Senate leader. Is this your confusion here?
Thank you, Mr. President. Very distinguished colleagues. I move that we resolve into an executive session to enable us a closed session, otherwise also known as executive session, to help us iron out some issues. Thank you.
I rise to second the motion that we resolve into a closed session to discuss very important issue in regards to the screening. I so second, Mr. President.
Distinguished colleagues, a motion has been moved and seconded that this Senate do resolve into a closed session to iron out some issues of national concern. Those who are in support of this closed session has moved to say aye. Those who are against say nay. The ayes have it. The Senate will now revert to a closed session. The press will leave us.